quit. He quit. 2 for 6 and free throws in the fourth quarter. He quit. Oh, he was fronting early. He was getting his points. He was mixing it up, going to the basket, getting his brawn on, throwing his shoulders back, doing all that. Yeah. Then what happened? It all came to a screeching halt real fast. And now it's all over. Great all-around defensive game planning by the Memphis Grizzlies. It was epic. What they did to this old bum in the whole fourth quarter was magnificent. It was magnificent. Desmond Bane coming out setting the tone by not being offensive, but getting the assist. He played the point. And Marcus Smart ended up being the scoring guard, hitting all these threes. Then Ja Morant, with his speed, they had to keep in check, but defensively, the head coach of the Grizzlies, calling it like it is, being a true general on the floor at all times, that head coach was glued in to what was happening. That's what a head coach is supposed to do, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be no notifications tonight. I don't care. See, this is what a head coach is supposed to do. See how the head coach comes out there? Look how he's communicating. Hey, guys, look, watch. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention, right? We got the game won, but I'm still coaching. Pay attention. All right, all that lollygagging, we got to focus. Ja came out tonight and was like, I'm going to be the utility man. Whenever we need a basket, I'm going to score. And the league showed you. They even hit the magnet ball for Ja Morant and let him hit a three. They didn't care. LeBron going to score him a garbage point at the end just to add 2 more to his total. You can have it, bum. How do you feel now? With that big old L on your forehead. 2-9. In their last 11 games since they held up that fake-ass trophy. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, yeah, we just called out that last basket by LeBron. No, they at home now. So this was the excuse, right? They were supposed to get some sleep in their own bed, right? Put their head on the pillow. They had 3 nights off to get themselves ready for the last game. Then they still at home now. So now they had 12 games in a row at home. Show me another team in the NBA that got 12 games in LA. Well, 12 games at home. Well, see, it's the tournament. See, they went so hard to win that tournament, it took a lot out of them. Well, maybe you should tell Adam, you don't need a damn tournament. The NBA playoffs is the tournament. So what you need a tournament for? The championship, the finals, the playoffs, that's your tournament. LeBron was 2 of 6 in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. He jagged the game. They put him to the line. He just blew it. They ghost fouled him to the line, and he blew the free throw. He ain't got nobody to blame but himself, and he knows it. The Grizzlies had 4 players with 20-plus points. Where's the defense? Like the old lady used to say in the Wendy's commercials, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Well, where's the D? Where is the defense? AD and LeBron were scoring baskets, but they couldn't stop nobody on the other end. And who was getting cooked? Who was getting cooked the entire fourth quarter? Who was the victim they kept scoring on the whole fourth quarter? Hillbilly Kobe. Opie Taylor was the Vic all night long. He was the mule. Bang! Now, because he was the victim all night long, in the fourth quarter, they knew if he gonna be out there closing the game, that's who we need to go after. So Vanderbilt was not closing the game. They got LeBron out there. They got Reeves for offense, AD. Then they got Prince, and they got yo boy Cam. Now, you in a must-score situation, you go to LeBron James as your number one option. This is what I told y'all. Having a 40-year-old bum on the court as your number one option is not key. He should be your secondary or third option every time. Look at this bum. This is a must-score situation. You got to go to your go-to play, right? Look at AD at the top. Here come Bron. I'm more than an athlete. I'm more than an athlete. Here I come to prove it. Now, he has no basketball moves. There's a pick by AD. He goes around it to let LeBron feel comfortable shooting the three. LeBron gets it. He pump fake. Oh, this is what he wanted. A good look. Marcus Smart contest. Look what all the Lakers are doing. Standing around. Everybody's standing around, not moving. Nobody's in the paint to even think about getting a rebound because they all on the three-point line, except for AD. This is why I hate this play, because it limits you on rebound. The defensive team player, all he got to do is stand in one spot because it's easy to guard. So you either got to hit it or they get the rebound. Look at this. Easy rebound. Why would you shoot that shot and nobody down there? You got old knuckleballer up there, and they didn't even magnet ball it for you. They just like, look, we finna move on from you, bum. I think this the league telling Bron it's over. And I'm with it. If the league is doing that, I'm with it. Oh, of course I'm with it. What led to the Lakers' problems today? They had a 10-point lead in the second quarter. And what happened? Memphis come all the way back because they're sharing the ball. Each guy is making passes. They don't know who's finna score next. They thought it was just gonna be a John Morant show, and Marcus Smart is killing them. And LeBron is scoring all these points, and Marcus Smart is scoring them right back, hitting these open threes. The Lakers' rotation on defense on open threes do not exist. It's the worst in the league. He has been terrible with rotation defense. When he played for Cleveland, it was the same way. How many open threes did those guys have? And then he said, I'm blaming Shump. You get to the NBA Finals with Amon Shumpert, and next thing you know, they like, Shump, you out. Shump knew he was playing like crap. The last game he ever played with Cleveland and LeBron, he came out shooting the ball. That first quarter, he was finna show them. He knew it was over. LeBron had lost trust with him being on the court. His minutes was cut, so he just started going for it. He wasn't hitting the shots, but he wasn't afraid to take them. Oh, thank you guys. Hit the like button. I'm just so glad to not be talking about Cat Williams. I don't know what to do. Trust me, you just don't know how happy I am not to talk about Cat Williams. I've talked about Cat Williams for like 48 hours straight. Cat Williams week is over. I'm not talking about Cat Williams no more right now. Let's move forward. Thank you, goodness. I mean, it was interesting, but man, did they exhaust every resource in the world. Gosh, it was cat fever. I just hope nobody say nothing else. Just let it go. No, what was irregular was the fact that all of the people who didn't understand what was transpiring the first two, three times in the game, they didn't understand that the ball was moving. It wasn't staying, they weren't playing two-man basketball. The Memphis Grizzlies was moving the ball. They was getting penetration. The Lakers don't have anyone. They try to put Christie in the game and let him finish the game. And he actually was playing better defensively tonight. And the thing with him is they just got him up out of the game and brought in Austin Reeves because they felt they needed more scoring. When Christie actually been playing well, he actually needs more minutes. You know, he's not even 21 years of age. He's a 20-year-old kid, and he's learning on the fly, and he's with the worst teacher in the game, in LeBron. So the kid plays hard. No, because the Lakers' problem is it's more mental than anybody's ever seen before. The body language, what I tell you, when they came back and cut the lead to 1 at the halftime, after being up 10, everybody's shoulders were down. They were all disappointed. Shoulders all slumped in. Nobody was making sense. So after they go from after they go from that, they come out in the third quarter and they just going through the motions. And they couldn't get control of the game. They was up 5. They was doing all right. Bron sat down. AD was cooking. They had my man's on the bench. Then Ja came in the game, changed the speed. Right when the Lakers was up, they never could really pull away. The Grizzlies was there. Marcus Smart was keeping them there. Then all of a sudden, Ja gets back in the game. Boom, boom, boom. Now the Grizzlies got the lead by 3, by 4. And they couldn't match the energy. You're looking at the Lakers and they're just like going through the motions and they look sad and they'll score a bucket and they go on the other end, give up another bucket. They just look pathetic, man. They really do. They look absolutely pathetic. Well, a lot of these situations that are out there is quite indifferent. Well, the thing about Darvin Ham is I think he's got to learn, or I don't think it's really him. I just believe LeBron James has his favorites on who he want out there and who he don't want out there. So when LeBron is out on the court, he picks and chooses the ones he want out there and who he's comfortable and who he wants to finish the game with. Because I just can't trust Austin Reeves defensively. He tries, but there's nothing he could do. Absolutely. Yeah, pretty much. If you look at the plays, the Lakers are the slowest team probably in the NBA with the basketball. If they're not in transition, they're bringing the ball up too slow. Darvin Ham likes to play with speed. Last year, he was forcing the Lakers to play with speed. They got to play fast to keep up with everybody in the league, which is true. Now, the problem is the production came from the bench. The Lakers bench basically didn't give them anything tonight. And when they had guys that was performing, once again, it comes down to defense. The Lakers are not playing any defense. So instead of praising LeBron James and sucking his stick every night, these doggone so-called podcast shows that are predominantly LeBron, motivated, you know, we have to take into consideration that these other teams out here. Well, these other teams out here, they all these people they want to get in a position so bad, they want to tie themselves to such a personality because someone's getting a lot of views, look like, and they're manipulating uh, the system. And people are like, oh, they're getting all the hits and views, they must be really good, and we're gonna stay with them, glued in. Oh yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to keep them glued in. Absolutely. Look, thank y'all for hitting the like button. Now, the main problem I had here, Yeah, well, the main problem I had was with the situation is that there's a lot of players in there. Like I told you, there's a lot of problems. There's what's going on out there. As you see, D'Lo is not out there. Vincent is not out there. They have no one to guard the point guard position. But no, all these people want to align themselves to these fake ass podcast shows, and they want to kiss these podcast show asses all the time. I'd be like, "There's the podcast sucks. If the podcast suck, I'm not gonna kiss their ass because they got a bunch of views. I can't do that. That's not me." There's so many different people that's in this game that nobody know anything about. And all these players that come up. Now, how come all these other teams can get production out of their bench, out of their players that are younger, and why the Lakers can't get production out of theirs? Is it because the other team drafted better? No, it's not because they drafted better. It's because they know how to get production out of them because of who they have on the floor. That's how. Because they don't have a 40-year-old dinosaur trying to hog the spotlight and don't want anyone else to shine. And you all got to try to help him win and help him look good. So you can't play basketball. You're there being a babysitter for him to feed him the ball so he can get points. You got to make sure you hit your shots when not even moving to get a shot or to get an open look or to even get a rhythm in the game. You don't even know how many shots you're going to be actually getting in the game. Maybe 3, maybe 4. Then they're going to blame you for the entire game when it's all over, even though you've only played maybe 12 minutes. See, this is this is the problem with the Los Angeles Lakers. Prince has never played this bad probably in his career. When he was in Memphis, knockdown three-point shooter, catch on the fly, he could do everything, right? They played within a system. Prince was knocking down shots left and right. Now it's like the guy can't barely get a chance to knock down a shot. One game he might shine. Other than that, he got nothing. So you start looking for what's common and what isn't common. Well, turnovers, yeah, that does hurt you. The Miami Heat game, it cost them because Miami Heat kept them defensively in a half-court set, kept them from transition. Tonight, even when they were in transition, they were slow. And the main problem that they had, even though they were slow, right, even though they were slow, their problem was tonight, they kept the turnovers really low until the fourth quarter, where they matched the entire turnovers they had for the entire whole game. They had about 7 turnovers in the fourth quarter. They had 7 going into the game. This is what happens when you don't practice together. So when you don't practice together and don't work together, this is what happened. You have a team that's split, and guys are trying to figure out where they going, who's finna get traded, and where we getting traded to. So if you know that's the case, why are you getting excited? Are you going to be excited to play knowing you're going to be traded? It's kind of hard to get motivated. It's really hard to get motivated. How are you going to get motivated for somebody coming to play you and they trying to trade you? You worried about your family? Do I have to get my kids out of school? Where we might be going? You know, I know people think, hey, it comes with the territory, but that's a crazy thing, even for the territory. And that's the part of the game don't nobody really think about. But it's a reality for most. When they get traded, they get uprooted from one town and got to move to another. Thanks for the super chat. He said, I was at the game courtside. Darvin Ham is so way out. It's on his way out. LeBron James, don't listen to anything he said. Max Christie's a G League player. Oh, of course he is. But he's actually playing better. He's 20 years old. So, yeah, he's a 20-year-old kid. But you know what he is? Fast. He's the fastest guy on the team. That's why he's on the court. Darvin Ham ain't going nowhere, but Darvin Ham ain't the problem. How come when Darvin Ham wins the in-season tournament, this thing was so great that when they won the tournament, it was, yeah, we won, eat that. Now, he's the problem. Which one is it? Y'all let these people brainwash y'all. The problem is you got a 40-year-old bum who won't sit down and get out the way. He want to hog the ball and have the most on-ball percentage in the league and still mess the game up. He can't play defense, so the team is playing slow because he on the floor. So their whole style of play is slow. They playing a zone defense because he can't defend man. They can't press anybody and put a body on guys because he too old for that. Guys are getting beat and other guys got to help out. They got open threes. That ain't Darvin Ham. That's them. If I got a flat tire on my car, if one of my tires is flat, I got to pull over. Do you keep driving on with one tire flat? Or do you stop and pull over? And said, I got to put a spare on one of these, on the tire that's flat. You got a flat tire out there named LeBron James. And y'all he's like, well, I can still get some good miles on it. Do you still want to drive on it? You can't really evaluate him. They got rid of Fogel. It was Fogel's fault. Right after they won the bubble championship, all of a sudden now he can't coach anymore. It's all his fault. Don't you see the common denominator here of what the problem is? You can say, oh, you hate LeBron all you want. Does this sound like a hate of LeBron or me analysis of me breaking the game down? You're seeing the turnovers. You're seeing that they playing slow. They lead the league in transition points. LeBron James is the transition basketball player of 2024. That's where the majority of his points come from. There in the free throw line. Tonight, he missed 4 to 5 free throws in the fourth quarter alone. He was 2 of 6 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Can't win games like that. That's not closing them out. Oh, the Lakers are going to turn it around. We just need to get some players. We need a third superstar. What kind of talk is that? How you going to say the greatest of all time need 3 superstars? I don't remember them saying that for Kobe. I don't remember saying that for Mike. Right, another roster overhaul. Kobe and Mike won more championships, won more games with less talent. Nobody's played with more talented people than LeBron James. Let me repeat. Nobody in the history of the NBA has played with more talented people than LeBron James. For all y'all who claim he don't have any help, he don't allow them to help. He handcuffed them coming in there because their game is gone. Oh, yeah, well, that's what happens. He said Kevin Durant has played with more talented people than LeBron James. You criticize LeBron James is valid, but Darvin ain't worth a damn. Why do you think Darvin Ham ain't worth a damn? Nope, Kevin Durant hasn't played with more talented people than LeBron James. LeBron just played with 4 NBA 75 players. 4 of them. Because if you look at it, well, if you look at the game and you see everybody that's there, you start to try to make sense of it all. And you just can't really make sense of it all. What should Darvin Ham do? Trey Cunningham, the man. Thanks for the super chat. But tell me, what should Darvin Ham do? Since Darvin Ham is the problem, and he ain't worth the damn, tell me, what should Darvin Ham do? Come on, Trey, break it down. What should Darvin Ham do? Because I'm sure inquiring minds would like to know. What should Darvin Ham do? What is he supposed to do? Bench LeBron James. Put LeBron on the bench, right? Play LeBron 25 minutes? What should he do? Well, when you look at situations and you don't see them the way I think they should be, well, it's not about what I think they should be, but you look at a situation where who's he supposed to put in the game? Who do you got on your team that you're supposed to have that they're supposed to put in the game? Who were they supposed to bring in the game? Funny how Russ is playing well for Clippers. But he couldn't play well for the Lakers. I wonder what the problem was. It couldn't clearly be LeBron James, could it? No, it just had to be old Russ, right? Every year this guy fails, it's somebody else's fault. Never his. How peculiar is that situation? That's got to be remarkable. That's got to be some kind of a record. That has to be some sort of an accomplishment or a record. He said Lakers trade D'Lo and Hachimura for Marcus Smart. They can't. They just signed Hachimura all that money. I don't think Hachimura is the problem. He hasn't had an opportunity. Hachimura is exactly what he's supposed to be. Is a role player. He's supposed to come off the bench, but he would definitely benefit better if he was in a system that allowed him to play in rhythm. Instead, he's a robot who has to stand still while LeBron James run over people and then throw him the basketball. It is the most ridiculous type of game I've ever seen in my life. So stagnant offense, no movement, nothing. It's just terrible, man. I know it sounds like a broken record every night. I can pretty much predict every Los Angeles Laker loss is the same thing. Absolutely. Well, when you think about the bigger picture and you start to think about what's real and what isn't, and you put it all together and you try to figure it all out so it can make sense in your head like it do anybody else's, think about the reality of the situation. Well, the thing is, you always want to do your best, right? They're never going to change. That format is not going to change. As you see, Trey don't have an answer on what Darvin Ham could be doing differently. I've watched all these bullshit podcast shows, and they don't tell you a damn thing. You can say, Karceno, you just a hater, all of it. Thank you. I'll take it. But I cannot sit there and watch BS podcast shows 24 hours a day and waste 2-3 hours of my day to hear them talk bullshit. I just can't, because none of it makes any sense. Because in one hand, you're telling me, okay, this is it. This is what it's about. This is what the game is about. Right? That's what you're telling me. That this is what the game is about. It's about teamwork. It's about this. It's about that. AD numbers have been crazy. For the last 12 games, AD has been averaging a high double-double. Right? They've been losing. And I'm picking them every night on that money line because I want them to lose. So I don't care if I lose the bet. I'm happy I lost the bet. I picked them to beat the Grizzlies tonight on the money line. I was rooting for the Grizzlies the whole damn game because I would rather lose money and have LeBron James lose than to win that money. Money will come and go. I don't mind. That money can go bye-bye. If I bought myself a LeBron James loss, oh my goodness. There's nothing like it. That's like finding money in the street. Well, we don't know. I mean, obviously the Clippers should be whooping on the Lakers come Sunday. But, like I said, we got to wait and see. We just don't know which way that magnet is going to go, do we? But you know who I'm betting on? The Clippers. But don't forget, that's a prime time game. Oh, they gotta let they show pony go ahead and showcase his skill. They gotta let his show pony showcase everything about himself. He is the ideal dance for your dollar individual. Oh, they made that for him. Don't think. Don't think for a millisecond that this would be anything different. No, 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 no. This is 100% on the level. How about load managing when he has been playing every game? He's played more games than LeBron. But remember, I'll think about him when load managing. Why that is. When that man has a legitimate injury. Nothing fake like LeBron, like, oh, I'm feeling slight pain in my leg, where he just drunk and hung over. Because he's too busy kicking it. You see, that's the main problem. Is that you got a guy who ain't glued in. He ain't locked in. LeBron ain't motivated. He ain't locked in any of this. He not about making players better. That's bullshit. He just wants some superstar players on his team, so that lessens anything he got to do, period. He's a halfway person. Shortcut. That's all he wants. Shortcut to success. Sure, he should have been retired after 2018. He should have played 1 year somewhere and called it quits. Ever since 2018, what happened? Injury. Towards growing. Last year he was fat Bron. Came in the season out of shape. And everybody else suffered for it while he tried to play himself into shape. And what did he do? Get hurt. I've already seen Night Swim. I didn't do my movie review yet because, like I said, I've been busy, dude, all day. You know, I know y'all like, how did you find time to see Night Swim? Like I said, I've been busy all day. That's a funny ass movie to me. It has some jump scenes in it. One that's just creeped me out, period. But white people just love the water way too much for me. The only black man in it was in the water for just a couple of seconds, couple of minutes, and got out. He was trying to hit that white chick, and they ain't even show no development. They just show her stare him down. Next thing you know, he at her house. I'm like, well, how did this happen? Did I miss something? So when was this chemistry bond happening? But I guess she was on a swim team before or something. Oh yeah, you know I gotta go out. The Lakers lost. I gotta go out and celebrate. That's what that's about. See, don't need titties in his face. The Los Lobos. Right. No, I mean, if the problem go all the way down to Jenny Buss. Jenny Buss is the reason that this is happening. You gotta stop letting LeBron James run your team. You're catering to all of this marketing BS instead of making the team better. He's the problem. That guy's got to go. You could bring Pat Riley. You could bring any coach you want in the league. Put them on this team right here and see where they go. Papa quit by day 2. Because LeBron ain't going to go for that at all. Too much movement? Oh, that messes up Brian's game. He too old for that. He can't be doing all that moving on offense. And what did Memphis do? They got real physical with LeBron in the post. He trying to play off the ball. He can't get to the ball. They being real physical with him. More physical than he's accustomed to in the game. The Clippers have been better than them for over a decade. When Lob City came and they got Chris Paul, that's when it started. And they started whooping the Lakers every year. The Lakers wasn't even a threat. From 2013, or you could say, yeah, 2013 to now. Or 2014. It's been like this for 10 straight years. They have been whooping on the Lakers. And I mean whooping on them. Please, if this Laker team win the NBA championship, we need to all get away from the NBA. I don't think I've made this many videos in one day in a long time. I'm just so happy not to be talking about Cat Williams. I'm tired of talking about Cat Williams. I've talked about Cat Williams enough tonight. That is it. So the only thing about Cat. Oh, I remember when he said that. Right. And that was for LeBron. First thing I thought of when he said it, you have an unnatural alliance to losers. And that's not like you. And Shannon's so stupid, he don't even know how to follow that up. But Cat. But Cat. What I'm supposed to do, Cat? I don't know no other way, Cat. But I love you, Cat. No, that old Cat is talking about me. Old Cat. Okay. You gotta read the cue card to see something. You look at the card. How old are you, cat? I mean, you had to look at the card for stuff like that. Oh my goodness. And my God, Kevin Hart, I'm not even making a video off of it. It was so lame. The whole NBA trying to do copy off the NFL. Now they got Kevin Hart watching the NBA games. NBA experience or whatever they got with Kevin Hart and the Paper Cup Boys. I'm like, oh God. That was the lamest thing I've ever seen. He mentioned Cat Williams all the time. It's a known fact that I own the New York Knicks. Cat Williams owned the New York Knicks. I mean, it was just so lame. That was so lame tonight. Kevin Hart with all of his Cat Williams jokes with the Paper Cup Boys. It was lame, lame, lame. And then they brought Big Perk on there. Then he was getting on Big Perk. And he was like, man, Big Perk, do they put a time limit on you for how long you gonna talk? He was, man, you ain't putting no time limit on Cat Williams yesterday when he was talking. You ain't say nothing. He was like, man, do you watch the circus, or do you perform in the circus, or do you watch it? You don't perform in the circus. Kendrick Perkins, yeah, you right. Yeah, you right, Cat. Nah, it was just complete lame failure. He knew he was going over there to do the 76ers Knicks game, and while the Knicks was whooping on the 76ers, he took 2 L's that night. Because while the 76ers was getting the hell beat out of them, him and the Paper Cup Boys and they whack ass selves. I ain't never seen grown men call themselves boys. We the boys. We the Paper Cup Boys. That's the lamest name I've ever seen for a group. I'd be like, no, do not call me no damn. What they? Oh, they the Plastic Cup Boy. They like Paper Cup Boys to me. I don't even understand them. It is really stupid. I'd be like, what? They're in a frat? They gotta come out with red paper cups now. The things people have to do for money. I mean, you sit there and help Kevin Hart with all his jokes. He go make millions of dollars. He pay y'all $25,000, and then y'all, he's got one big gigantic house. Y'all could come visit sometimes, and y'all have an apartment. He said, well, it's better than the down south Dookie boys. I mean, like, I don't know what that is. But if that was the second name, if that was the runner-up name, then yeah, Plastic Cup Boys work a lot better. What's hate? That I don't like the name of the Plastic Cup Boys? Look, it's like this. There's far too many people playing the game today that don't understand the game of basketball. And Kevin Hart just sat there as the game was playing, just saying a bunch of outlandish stuff about nothing about basketball. I would be the Tasty Killers than the Plastic Cup Boys. At least I'm a killer. I'm not I gotta hold up a prop everywhere I go. Like, man, where's my red paper cup? That's his paper cup. Get your own paper cup. God damn it. It's not my paper cup. Give it up for the Plastic Cup Boys. Plastic Cup comedy. I'll be like, man, get me the hell up out of here. Get me the hell up out of here. Have you seen they plastic stand-up? Jesus Christ, them boys need help. No wonder I'm like, give all your jokes to Kevin Hart. Don't keep one of them. Give all of them to Kevin Hart. Right now, let y'all get together and rework these jokes in y'all factory. Bounce them off each other. Get to see what works and put it in a show. I mean, can you... all of them terrible? Damn. There's one of them that's like, okay, he got about a joke or two in him. And I can see, it's like, yeah, I can see Kevin Hart using this. I can see Kev working that. Like taking that and saying, let me work off that. Working off a joke means, translation, working off a joke means you hear a joke, then it bounces around and people make it funnier. But I keep adding things to the joke or retelling it in a whole different way. And it gets funnier and funnier and funnier. So it gets built up to a whole new joke. And whenever they finish that product, that's the joke now. But the skeleton of the joke was probably something very small and it was funny. Then everybody kept adding layers to it and making it bigger. So that's what the Paper Cup Boys' job is. Somebody will come up with a joke or an idea, and they'll just keep bouncing it in the room, and then they'll add some stuff to it to become a real joke. When you have different minds all together in there, next thing you know, you're going to hear it come out of Kevin. The finished product is going to come out of Kevin Hart's mouth on stage. You would give Dak Prescott MVP over Lamar Jackson, who has beaten the 49ers, the Detroit Lions, and the Miami Dolphins, like blowing them out. And these are the 3 top dog teams in the league. What? Are we serious right now? And he doing it with like no weapons on offense. And I repeat, like no weapons on offense. And they just picked up Dalvin Cook. So you know what time it is. I was the one that did the video to tell you D-Lo and LeBron ain't spoken months. Nobody else has told you that in sports media, have they? Now ask yourself why. Since I made that video, D-Lo has not been on a basketball court with LeBron. You think that's coincidence? Mm-hmm. The Lakers don't have a point guard because LeBron keep trying to play point guard because that's the only way he can get off and get his points because he want to keep his numbers up rather than win. He'll rather look good and lose than look bad and win. So he can't have that. So they got to try to protect and make sure he gets his numbers no matter what the team looks like. Now, when it's all said and done, you know, who's to say what's going to happen in 10 to 15 years? But as of right now, that's without question, you know? No, he shouldn't be playing point. But he does it when he wants to rest, but he's slowing the game down. What happens when you play slow? All the young guys that's on the floor, they get to get on defense and D up. When you play fast, guys got to react fast. But LeBron can't run these sprints no more. 4 and 5 sprints, he's done. That's why he needs fouls. He needs free throws. He needs all this stuff to measure it out for him. Because he's done. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Welcome to HDTV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Ticket TV, The Dreamers Pro, Armando Black TV. It's your boy Karceno for Life. Check out my Patreon, which is Karceno for Life. I'm finna go in here and get some titties put in my face right now. See that flashing light? It's saying titties, titties, titties. And I need to see them. So I'm out. Later.